What up, G? We're killing it. We're down money today, but boys, the idea of not losing money is idiotic, okay? What we want to do is lose less than other people lose when the market goes down, okay? Market's down. Market's down quite a lot. 2% is a lot, right? This short worked. The YM short worked, right? We closed out the YM like here. We're killing it. We're now sitting at, it was roughly 75% profit, 83% win rate so far this year. Yeah, reason why we're down today mostly is because metals came down. The copper came down, AMD came down a lot, right? Perfectly fine. We made tons of money yesterday. Things come up and down. CTGO came down, right? But we are leveraged a bit, hedged a bit rather. You're from India? Awesome, dude. I'm from Canada. Easy. So gold volatility coming down. Master, boys, okay. We're gonna maybe just do some fun shit for this stream, but we're gonna quickly catch up with the market. Also, right? We'll give it like an hour. We could even chill for longer. We'll see if this Instagram stream keeps up. See if it goes down. So Michael Saylor is a fucking buffoon, right? Like, I was invested in Master until I realized it's a fucking Ponzi scheme, right? What he does is it's not just buying Bitcoin. He uses the capital from Master, right? So so he uses this capital, right, to then go to the bank. How do we draw a bank here? It's like an arcopolis or something, right? This is like a bank, okay? Hopefully Instagram can see this. Okay, there you go. So Michael Saylor takes the capital from here, and then he goes to the bank, and the bank says, hey, wow, that's worth, $400 billion or something, right? And then the bank goes, wow, that's worth $400 billion. I'm going to give you back 50 billion, okay? Something like that, okay? Give you 50, right? Because, maybe your company drops in capital, right? So as it's going up, he's taking out loans. And then what he's doing is he's then just going and he's buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin's over here on the side if you can't see, okay? So we're just going to go and buy Bitcoin with that, right? We're going to go over here and we're going to buy Bitcoin, okay? Okay. So now Bitcoin is going down, right? So what does it do? Well, then this company then goes down, right? They go down as well, okay? So the value at which he can loan to the bank starts going down as well, right? So, right, because the value of this company is solely based off of Bitcoin's price, right? So if this company is now going down in value, this 400 billion, right? And I'm just said some random numbers, I don't know, right? 400 billion, starts going down too. So the bank has lent out 50 billion, for example, right? So if they lose 75% of that, right? The bank is now at risk. The bank is now placing the bet instead of him, okay? Does that make sense? The bank is now the one at risk. So the bank doesn't want to be at risk. So what the bank can do is just be like, okay, seize the whole project, the entire asset that you have, right? It's now ours. Default on your loan, right? Basically, right? Like, this might not be exactly how it happens, but they're basically like, all right, the value of your asset is too low. We need you to pay up now, right? And then guess what? This is now useless. It goes dead, right? Because the bank shuts it down, right? How far has this gone down, right? 78% off the top. Now, mind you, at what price do you think he bought the loan? Probably not the very top, right? So he keeps getting more and more loans. So the average price at which he would have gotten loans at, right? You know, maybe somewhere around here. So he's probably not down that much, right? But he's nearly down 50%, right? And even if it's not even very high, right? Like, let's say the average is like somewhere in the current price, right? That's actually putting him at risk now. Because if this drops, and what I suspect is the bank probably gave him either a 3-to-1 or a 1-to-2, right? Either a 3-to-1 or a 1-to-2. Okay, that's usually what people do with crypto, right? They don't, and it's probably 3-to-1, right? Like your company value, because it's crypto based, probably only 3-to-1. So that means if it loses 30%, it defaults 33%, right? So if he averaged in here, you know, he's about to get liquidated, right? He's about to get liquidated, right? Now, people are making claims that he's going to get liquidated at like 74K, which has already happened. We already hit 74K. I told you it was going to 71. It's fucking obvious. You got to be a retard not to think that this was going to go up forever. You got to be a retard to think that this was going to go up further, right? You know, maybe a bit more, but no, not me, not us, not the dummies. The dummies of the dumb money concepts knew that it was going to come down. It's coming down much lower, right? So if, for example, we still go lower and we drop on Bitcoin maybe another 50%, what do you think Master is going to do? Probably drop equally amount, right? Let's fucking delete all this shit now. Remove it all, right? If Master drops, you know, another fucking 60% or so, it's going to be so worthless, and then it's going to default. Like, I would very obviously guess he's going to default and go bankrupt somewhere in here. And then all the investors and everything like that will just get rugged. Their money will be worthless. So I would not be holding Master, okay? You're not going to get your money. Master is a terrible, terrible idea. MicroStrategy. Right. Planning to start a series where I pass a challenge and reach a payout using only dumb money concepts. I'll post my setups on the DMC Discord. That's awesome, dude. Maven Sips. That's sick, dude. It should work well. My advice to you, use higher time frames, okay? You're going to do a lot better higher time frames. Oh, man. I ate chips and now my stomach hurts. Anyways. Check in back with the markets, right? We got stopped out of our gold trade when it came down here. Our gold long that we were down, we were long from down here, so we made some profit on that. But this was the new idea, right? And actually, it might be wise to re-enter, honestly. Let's see. Fuck it, I'll probably just re-enter. That looks fine still. That 4-hour close was nice. Just re-enter. Fuck it. Fuck it, dog. We closed it for $450 profit, so just re-enter. New stop's probably gonna be somewhere down here, I think. Somewhere there, so. The reason why it dumped there was because of this monthly level, weekly level rather. Right, they needed to reject off of it a bit, right? So What are you trading with? Money? I don't know what the question is. Okay. Bitcoin going lower. We're going to keep our short going. We still have a short. ES. We don't trade the ES, do we? NASDAQ. Yeah. So what we told you earlier today, NASDAQ was going to fucking just collapse and come down here. It's pretty fucking obvious, dude. Everything happened. Like, I don't know how many times I have to be right in a row for people to start realizing that you can just literally do what I tell you and make money every single day. Like, just because I have some days that lose money. Like today is a losing day on the books, but it's unrealized, right? We're already up thousands of dollars, right, of unrealized profit. So this daily P&L is not actually a loss. It's just retracing. That's it. The actual trades I took today all won. The platform, TradingView. Hope I'm doing well. Yeah, doing great. Trade on TradingView and Interactive Brokers. Right. Let's what did I want to do? Should we do some sort of tier list? I don't know if I want to do a tier list today. Prediction of goal. Videos for reaction. Oh, there's a we can watch a. How about we react to a video, huh? I don't know what this video is. Not a clue. But somebody sent this to me, so let's react. Let's react. Prop firm addiction. This is kind of cool. This might be all right. This guy's lost 128K on prop firms. This is insane. Should I make this smaller? Should I make it bigger? How big is theater mode? I'm just wondering for Instagram, what can Instagram see? They can't see much.
When are you planning to start trading future prop accounts like you used to?
No need. I mean, I could, but it's the same thing. Like why would I? Well, the thing is, why would I trade on a prop firm, right? Like I did it for like a year and a half for you guys so that you could see how easy it was, right? And I had 50% pass rate. You know, of that, most challenges got a payout, right? So I'm not sure what else I can do there, right? Like why would I I don't know. Like I just kept doing it and kept making money. And I don't care. I don't care about doing it, right? So I don't know. There's something like I'm actually a good trader, right? And there's something annoying about having to restart challenges for me, I suppose. Where like I could just trade my own money, like I trade a small account, right? Like once you have like 10 grand, you don't need to use prop firms anymore. Or you could in order to scale faster, but I don't care about money. Like I don't want more money. So for me, that's just more work. Unless it's good for like creating content, because I like making good videos. This is fun stuff for me, right?
Hey everyone, I'm back. This video, I'm just gonna say this quickly. It's not easy to make. It's not something that I want to necessarily make. It's potentially embarrassing. There's people that I know that, have access to my channel. They have watched some of my videos. So literally people I know in real life. And the only reason why I'm making this video is so that when I eventually do make it and I'm successful, whether it be through trading or whether it be through something else, the entire story is here. Everything is shown transparently on the channel, which is something that is very important to me. You know, transparency and trust with my audience. A lot of people have been asking me about my P&L.
So I mean, there's a lot of there's something that hit me emotionally right there. Is he's like, when I eventually do make it. Now this video title is I lost 128K prop firm addiction, right? I don't think he's going to make it, right? I think that is purely cope. He's doing this so that he can have this epic comeback story, right? And now he's doubling down on his degenerate behavior, right? Saying, oh, I'm going to make it and this is going to feel so good. And he's attaching to that feeling, right? And I'm diving into the psychology of this, right? Because that's what a lot of trading addiction is. A lot of over trading, right? And a lot of losing money because you have this emotion of eventually going to be making it, right? And you're putting all your chips into that. Now, if you're trying to make it as a trader, you're doing it wrong. Like I've said this many times before, you already know how to make money as a trader. You buy. That's it. You buy and invest, right? So to be losing money is not that you're trading wrong. It's that you have an addiction to dopamine. Right? I can kind of reiterate that. If you're losing money as a trader, it's not because your strategy and you need to make it and figure out how to do this properly or lock in your discipline. No, it's because you've decided that your addiction to dopamine is more important than having money, right? Because all you have to do is buy and invest and hold, right? And then you'll make money for sure. But this guy, it says in the title, he's addicted to prop firms. He's not going to make it. There's no chance he's going to make it. You have to change your attitude.
And I'm just going to lay it out here today. Obviously you saw by the title, but I spent an absolutely
holy shit
insane amount on prop firms. So this is, today I spent multiple hours going through all of my credit card statements. And as you can see here, there are 1,725 rows of data in here. That is how many accounts I have. You are right. That is how many accounts.
Wow.
That's how many accounts I've had.
Wow.
And
1,000.
These are my payouts.
So 82K paid out, but he spent 128.
Every single payout has been across multiple accounts. I will say that. You know, max allocation. I think that was a big mistake I made. Always going for max.
Okay, yeah, he's totally right with that. Like, if you're not making money, why are you max allocating, right? Why are you scaling before you're making money? You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. Imagine going into business, right? And be like, I got this awesome like pasta recipe or whatever, right? And before even getting people's opinion on it, you're like, I'm going to open up 3 branches because this is the way that people want pasta, right? And you spend your entire life savings on three different companies to sell this pasta. And then it turns out the pasta's shit. You just lost everything, right? Why? It's the exact same logic as like people think they're going to get rich without knowing any information. So they're just like, I'm going to do it all immediately, right? But nowhere else in the world do you do things like that. And exactly what he says, he has to be an addict to this, right? You have to be addicted in order to spend that much money without knowing anything. And how do I know he doesn't know anything? Because he's not making money.
Allocation from the very beginning, but here's where we are now. These are my expenses every month. I'm going to start telling you guys a little bit of stories about it. These are my payouts every month. And this is my monthly P&L, and this is my total running P&L. As you can see right now, we are down $45,000.
That's wild, bro. So from April 2025, that's not even a year. What is he doing per month, right? That's like, what, 8 months or so? It's now the start of February. That's like eight months. He spent 45K, call it 46, round up a bit. 46 divided by 8. He's spending $6,000 a month nearly. What? Bro, he's spending $6,000 a month on prop firm challenge. Like, no, losing $6,000 a month. I gotta let the cat in. Like, what, dude? He's losing $6,000 a month, which means he's spending like twice that, right? Who, like, let me let me put that in perspective, dude. This guy's got to have a pretty good job, okay? Because if he's spending $6,000 a month, right? 6,000 times 12, right? He's making 72K expendable to blow on bullshit, right? And not that prop firms are bullshit, but for him it's bullshit, okay? Because if you're not making money, it's bullshit. You're wasting your time if you're not making money, okay? Or you're learning a skill, blah, 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 blah. Sure, great. I don't know, maybe you're having fun, it's your hobby, who cares, right? But this amount of bullshit is so much bullshit that you can't deny it's not bullshit, okay? So, like, what do you think he spends in rent a month? Fucking maybe 1,500 or so, right? 1,500. I'm assuming he has to be American, okay? 1,500 a month in rent, you know, plus another 1,000 for food, maybe $500 car payment. You know, miscellaneous expenses, $300, bus pass, gym pass, subscriptions, whatever. And what else do people spend money on? I don't know. That's about it. So maybe another. So like that would be his bare minimum expenses. Probably is like $3,000, right? And he's spending double that on prop firms. So this guy's making at least. He's making at least plus 6,000, right? Wait, oops. So 9,300. Oops. Oh my gosh. 9,300 times 12. This guy's making at least 120K a year, right? And then just blowing every penny of it. Spend some money on the hookers. You'd have a better time. You'd have a better time. You might get herpes, but you'd have a better time. What's up, bro? Hit.
However, I do have $26,000 of payouts coming from these Top Step accounts and these Alpha accounts, meaning that we are realistically down $20,000.
The cope in that, dude. Do you hear how he's approaching it? He's like, I've lost. So when I make it, just break down how his brain is working right now as a trading addict. Okay, he is 100% a trading addict. Okay, he even admits it in the title. Like these are things that we commonly do. We express the truth of the fact, but then say, oh, it's okay. So we're coping with it. It's okay because eventually I'm going to make it. It's okay to lose 46K so far in the last 8 months because I have half of that coming back to me, maybe, right? I almost have a payout worth 20 grand, right? So it's not so bad. And guess what? After I get that money, I'm probably going to make more. No, you're not. Does history say that? No, history says you lose fucking $6,000 a month. So, but I got a lot of accounts right now. You're going to blow them. You're going to blow them, dude. Like just until you have a year of making money, why are you max allocating across 4 prop firms at once? This is insane, dude.
Beyond that,
I love you too, Mr. Singh.
Assets. So I have, after the Alpha and Top Step accounts, are, you know,
This is insane, dude.
Are taken out. They're still going to exist. They're going to have balances. I have, you know, max allocation in my fund of future. I have half pass evals. I have half pass evals with Lucid, and I have 5 top step 150K backups. So I estimated the value. I actually was very conservative with my estimates and estimated the value of all this after those payouts at $22,000. I'm not at all relying on that. The only thing to me that is
he's not relying on it because he's making 120 grand a year. So like he doesn't need that money to live. You know what I mean? But like he's counting his chickens, you know what I mean? He's counting the chickens before they hatch, sort of thing, right? So this guy's full on coping.
Is that 26K? So realistically right now, I'm sitting at
no
20,000.
No, realistically, you're sitting at negative 45.7. No. Realistically, you don't own that money yet. What if the firm goes under? What if you don't get the payout? What if you blow the account, right? And then what are you going to do with that money? Just because you make 20 grand from gambling, he's gambling, by the way, he's gambling. This is not trading, it's gambling, 100% gambling. Just because you make 20 grand from gambling, what are you going to do with it? Well, I just made 20 grand from gambling, so I'm going to go try again. Oh my gosh, bro.
Spent 100.
He thinks he's managing some sort of portfolios full of evals. Yeah, like he's not a portfolio manager, dude. He's a degenerate, disgusting, addicted dopamine addict, bro. It is disgusting, this level of addiction. Right? Like, unless he, but I'm betting by him living in, like, it looks like just a little tiny bedroom, right? I'm betting he's not a millionaire, right? Because that would be the only thing that makes this okay, right? Is he just has shitloads of money and he's fucking around, right? I would be fine. Then I wouldn't make so much fun of him. But this is disgusting, dude. This is disgusting. If this is you, if you've lost more than what? 10 grand, let's say. If you've lost more than 10 grand in a year, trade less, right? And I know that's going to be hard to say. How do I trade less? I'm trying to make it, fuck that mentality, dude. You know what I mean? You don't grind until you make it. That's not how it works in trading. You chill out, you go slow. That's how it works in trading, is you don't put effort in, right? So don't think the boss mentality, grind it till you make it sort of thing. That's retarded.
1,000 on prop firms approximately this year. And I've gotten, 82,000 plus 26. So I've gotten about 108,000 in payouts. So that's the reality of the situation that I'm at right now. And what I do want to say is that if you are looking at me like I am a crazy, degenerate gambler,
yes,
then you are right.
Yes.
If you are also looking at me as someone who actually might know how to trade,
no,
I also believe
no,
you are right.
You don't. You do not know how to trade. No, you know. No, you know. That's no. I'm not also. That would not also be right. You can't know how to trade and be a degenerate gambler. They're two different opposite things. I can't be both a man and a woman. It's opposite. I can't be both black and white. They're opposite. No, I can't be a dopamine addicted gambler and somebody who is so calm and peaceful that I'm able to sit in my hands and not make decisions when I'm emotionally reactive. It's two opposite things. Being emotionally reactive and being able to sit on my hands and meditate on that. That's the definition of a profitable trader, is being able to do that. It's not the strategy. It's being able to not react poorly when you feel bad.
Reason why anyone with a sane mind and sound psychology should ever lose this much money trying to go for max allocation before proving out a system.
Oh my God.
No reason.
I
There
love
should be no reason for
I love how he's just saying everything I'm saying. He already knows this. Like, he's not dumb.
somebody to blow $7,000 on accounts in a month. And I take responsibility for that. And if any of you guys are insulted, I'm sorry, but this is my life. This is how I've gone about it, and I'm sharing with you. So, do with that information whatever you will.
Yeah.
How
Totally. I'm going to give this guy a little bit of a pat on the back here because, I am ripping on him, and that is part of my brand. I like to rip on people. I make fun of everything. I make fun of myself, right? I make fun of everyone in chat. I make fun of other gurus. I make fun of that's me. I make fun of everybody, okay? Hopefully in a nice way. But this guy's got some, I got to give him a bit of props because he is being honest with the world, right? And this can help some other people, right? I think this is retarded, right? He has a very bad problem. He needs to go and get help somehow. He has the equal. Who is this guy? I don't know. Some YouTuber, Josiah Kim. He has a very bad problem. Okay. Like I like, this is like, he needs to go to rehab sort of thing. Right. Like, just so you know, gambling addiction is worse on your brain. Like, I've done some research on this. A gambling addiction is worse on your brain than like alcohol addiction and shit. Right? The reason being is it actually causes the exact same neurochemistry changes as, substance abuse, right? But the difference is it's so incredibly volatile that it hurts yourself even more, right? So this guy needs to go to rehab, right? Like, I know he looks like a fucking healthy dude, but he's not. He's destroyed on the inside, right? He needs therapy, dude. I mean, like, I don't know enough about it, but that's my understanding, right? Is that, like, because gambling addiction is a huge problem in this industry, right? So naturally, I'm going to learn about it, right? I've been in this industry for 14 years. There's a lot of people that ruin their lives. A lot of people kill themselves, right? And when you're watching this, you need to realize that, hey, if this is you, you might kill yourself one day. Like, I'm being like, this is a really deep topic, and I know I was joking around before, but like, it's really a problem. Like, somebody like this, somebody watching this, and if you're relating to this, you got to go get help, bro. Like, I know I want you guys to trade and everything, and I want you guys to make it. I want you guys to trade with Maven, but if you're losing money to this extent, like, you have to quit trading. Like, I want you to not fucking die one day. You know what I mean? What are people saying here? I think understanding your strategy with the market and yourself is very important. Yeah, your strategy is not important. I can tell you that right now. 14 years experience, your strategy is the least important thing about trading. The least important. The last thing you want to learn is what strategy to use. Okay? The most important thing is how to identify what you feel. Okay? How to identify that you feel panicked, and how should you respond to that? That's it. That's the most important thing. But trading is gambling at some level. No, it's not. It's not. Trading is not gambling. Here's the thing. Trading when done properly is a business, okay? Gambling is unexpected results. Okay. My definition of gambling is getting unexpected results that have a net loss over time. Okay. If you go into a business and you open up that same pasta company we're talking about before, right? Hey, we're opening up Pasta Land or whatever, right? Your first day is unexpected. You don't know how much money you're going to make. You don't know how many tips you're going to make, right? You don't know how the customers are going to react. The next day, a different number. The next day, a different number. The next day, you might lose money because no customers came in, right? And now you got to pay rent still, right? You got to pay staff. Okay, that's what trading is when done properly. Is some days you lose money, some days you gain money, but the result is known to be positive over time. That is not, you would not call running a business gambling, would you? Because you know you will make money over time. So it's only gambling when you have no idea what you're doing and you're reacting poorly randomly. The kind of money I think you should, yeah. Cool. Anyways.
However you want to look at me, that's how you're going to look at me. But here's my plan going forward. I'm pretty much looking at it right now as I'm down $20,000.
So
I'm cool.
So I just got a comment. Somebody says 90% win rate. I'm new to your channel. That is undoable. Yeah. So the video I'm running right now says 90% win rate. We are currently at 83% win rate for the year. Okay. It's not 90. I rounded up. I baited you. Okay. It's at 83. All right. I've made 75% so far this year. Okay. It's 83%. It varies. All right. It's not 90, but it could be 90. All right. If I go on a hot streak. All right. There you go. You got clickbaited. Congrats. Welcome to the channel. The best channel you will ever go into. Okay. The only person that actually knows how to trade on this fucker. About gambling. How do you make expected money and expected loss? I don't understand the question. It doesn't sound like English. How do you make expected? You make trades. You know the result. Okay. That makes sense. There you go, bro. Yeah.
And from here on out, I mean, you might have even saw a video from a couple days ago where I blew a $4,000 payout for absolutely no good reason. No good reason at all. Besides, I didn't feel good, so I went to trade.
Yes!
So I went to trade.
The classic last words of a trader. And he is so, the thing I love about this guy is he is so in tune with his actual psyche, because he's saying all of the words that you need to know in order to recognize when to not trade. Everything he said so far is, hey, I felt bad and then I went and traded. Guess what? You identified you felt bad. You shouldn't be trading. That is the number one most important thing as a trader. Identifying how you feel and then making decisions to not do something instead of reactively, impulsively doing things to make yourself feel better and fix the problem of having pain. Oh my God, psychological bullshit. It is so interesting because he literally knows what he's doing and he can't stop. He literally knows, hey, I should not be trading right now. I feel bad. I'm going to do it anyways. I love it.
He's still battling a lot of psychology issues. So over the next couple months, I definitely intend to aggressively go after all of these psychology issues, document the entire thing.
How?
See what
How?
I can do for my trading on my channel.
How are you going to do that? What are you going to do? Let's hear it. How are you going to do that? Everyone says I need to work on my discipline, need to work on my mindset, work on my psychology. How are you going to do that? You don't journal. Journaling it does nothing. Everyone who teaches you something in this industry, oh, just journal your trades. Oh, just lock in, bro. Fucking get your discipline in check. What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything, dude.
Really? I've built systems that work. I mean, I'm profitable with my fund of futures by $11,000.
Random. That's random. That's random. That's random. That is a random outlier. Okay. Again, he's coping.
And that's including the fact that in the very beginning of my fund of futures, I went down like 10 to 15K on expert accounts when they used to have expert accounts, which is now the pro account.
Okay, this is fucking retarded now.
I just full fat savings account.
All right, I think I'm done with this. This guy's rambling about garbage.
Only up. It's only up. So worse and worse and worse.
Okay.
Until I was just emotionally blowing accounts every day.
All right. So this is what I would do. we'll finish off that video. He doesn't say, again, he's like everyone else. He's like, I'm just going to do better, right? By fixing my psychology. He doesn't know what that means. He doesn't know what fixing my psychology is. Sorry if I'm yelling, but I get passionate about shit that is retarded, right? Like, can I increase the volume? Oh, maybe, I mean, maybe I needed the volume increase there. So hopefully everything got recorded there. We will be posting this on a video on my YouTube channel. We are going to be editing things. Everything in the afternoon streams is being posted in the YouTube channel. So you guys can watch like edited versions of reactions and shit. But he said, okay, I'm going to fix this problem, but he didn't give a plan, right? That is surefire way not to fix a problem, all right? So what is the plan? How are you going to lock in your psychology, right? All of you guys watching at home, I know you relate to this in some way or another, okay? So here's how you do it, right? If you are going to journal, and I do recommend journaling, but not your trades. I recommend you journal how you feel every single day, right? And then journal whether or not you reacted to that feeling positively or negatively, okay? And then from there, journal, did I make money? All right? This way, you're going to get a list of data, right? That tells you that, hey, this is just so you can get proof of concept, right? I know this is what's going to happen is every time you react negatively or you have an emotion, right? A negative sort of emotion, either hope, greed, panic, whatever it is, right? And then you go and trade, right? You're going to, on average, lose money, okay? And then every single day that you have no emotion and you're just chilling, right? You're going to be more profitable at least, okay? And this is the disconnect you're going to find, okay? So why I told you need to go do this, okay? Is because you need to identify for yourself what each of these emotions are, okay? I can't just tell you this, right? You have to go and actually do the work so you can be like, hey, today I feel anxious because I'm losing money, right? Boom. And then every time you identify what that means to you, you're going to then learn and adapt to not do that anymore, okay? You're going to learn, like, not feel that. You're still going to feel it. You still need to feel it. You want to feel these. You don't want to repress the feelings. But then you're going to not trade. You're going to instead find a different outlet to make you feel better. I don't know, petting the dog, going for a walk or something. You're going to find a different outlet to make you feel better. This is therapy 101, by the way. We're doing a fucking therapy session because, again, why do I know so much about therapy? Is because trading is fucking degenerate, addictive behavior, okay? So what makes you a better trader? Fixing those degenerate, addictive behaviors, right? How do you get better at trading? You go to therapy. Right? I've been going to therapy a long time, learning about my emotions, dude. It is the number one most important thing I have ever done for trading. Okay? So I am relaying this to you guys so that you can also try it. Okay? Another good thing to do, meditation. Another good thing to do, listen to calming music. Another good thing to do, right? Eating healthy. Like all things that calm your nervous system. Breath work, all these things that calm you instead of hype you up. I yell at the camera, right? Because this is a version of me that has nothing to do with trading. I'm hyped up right now. This is a terrible trader that you're seeing in front of you right now. This is somebody who is making content, not somebody who's trading, okay? When I'm yelling and jumping around, playing exciting music, that makes me a worse trader, and I'm aware of that, but I'm making content, okay? What you guys need to do is completely change everything about you in order to be a calm person, not somebody who wants to make money. Anyways, somebody asked a question here a moment ago. A business is not so psychological as being a trader. You can lose everything having a bad day. How do you make sure you're being a net winner, like break even always or losing? Sophie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, trading is the same as a business. I'm going to disagree with that. But you said, so we need to agree on a basis here, a ground basis. You say business is not as psychologically as demanding as being a trader. I would disagree. I think it's equal. right? The only reason why you think that the trading is so much more difficult psychologically is because you're over risking, right? If you don't bet everything all the time, then it is the same, right? Be a business, you can lose everything too. It just takes longer, right? So use less capital, right? Simple. What's up? Can you give me some advice? I passed the 5K 2-step and blew it in live in 4 days. Buy another one? I don't know. Like, advice on the question is silly. I gotta stop using the word retarded, but the question is silly. Okay, it's a silly question. Advice on you blew an account. Who cares? Like, that's my advice. Is why do you care? Like, why does it matter? Like, I am so not the person that you want me to be when you ask these questions. Why do you care about blowing the account? That's like, I don't understand what's wrong with blowing an account. And I'm being 100% honest with you. You could have made money, maybe. You knew that you could have blown the account, right? So why are you upset that you blew the account? It's a very good chance that you blow the account. Even myself, I blow most accounts. You know, I blow all of my accounts actually at some point. It just matters if I get a pay or not first. Every single account I've ever had, I've blown. Right? And you know, 50% of them don't even get a payout. So why would you be upset if you blew an account? It's 3 times already. So okay, so you get funded and then blow it three times. Shoot for less. Shoot for less. I don't know. Like, if you just want to get a payout, right? Here like there's 2 different ways to approach this. If your goal is just to get a payout, then I'm gonna put this chart back on here because I'm done watching this guy. MNQ coming back up. Gold up slightly. If your goal is just to get a payout, shoot for a very small payout. Okay, then you can get the dopamine kick of getting the payout. It's great. Shoot for a very small payout. Shoot for minimum payouts all the time. Right, you're gonna get more dopamine kicks. It's better that way. Okay. If your goal is to be a better trader, then you blowing the account at any point is a meaningless thing. Your goal would be to be a good trader. Then so change what your goal is. Right. Right now your goal is to make a payout, and that's fine if that's your goal. But I don't think it's actually what you ultimately want. Getting payouts is not what makes you a better trader. At what stage do you think a person should stop backtesting and go for real counts? Stage immediately. I don't think you should be backtesting. Again, boys, everything you're going to hear me say is the opposite of every other guru. I don't think you should be backtesting, really. Right? Like, I think that you should look at the chart and develop some sort of scheme, right? And then go live test it with a small amount of money, right? Like, backtesting is like, do it for like an afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, go check the chart once and see if it works. That's my opinion. Because again, your strategy is meaningless. Your strategy is the least important thing when it comes to making money. The least important thing. Has Bitcoin topped or what? Fucking long ago, dude. I called the exact top. I told you to sell at 120. And now I'm telling you to buy. You should be buying 71 and you should be buying 46. It's going to go down lower to 46 though. Has Bitcoin topped? It's been fucking topped for a long time, dude. Like, if you still think that is not a bear market, I mean, you gotta fucking check yourself. That has been a bear market since fucking November, right? And we knew it was because it failed to make a new high, right? On the monthly, failed to make a new high. It's a bear market. It's simple as that. What's up, Trader Nick? Seen a lot of things mechanically trading lately to remove some psychology. Mechanical trading is not so. here's my opinion on so discretionary versus mechanical trading is kind of the question, right? You need some sort of rules to follow in order to base your ideas off of, right? But purely mechanical doesn't really work because bots can just do it better than you, okay? So you need some sort of discretionary aspect to it. But you do need some sort of rules to follow so that you're not just doing random shit, okay? You need a reason as to why, okay? And you need to make that reason very simple. Don't use a bunch of confluences. What I use is failures to gain highs and lows. That's it. You need literally only one thing. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up, boys. I'm here every day. Okay. I'm going to be back for market open tomorrow, and then most afternoons I'm on, okay? Once or twice a day, okay? Catch you later. Follow me on, there's a Discord in my bio. There's a YouTube in my bio. Why didn't things flow into Bitcoin to ETH and alts? Because it already went alt season through the meme coins. There was no alt season this time. Not everything's the same all the time. Take care.